Hey everyone, Stacy here with Killer Betties, and this is Killer Bets Off the Cuff. And the idea behind this is I'm just going to do a quick show just to get some more content on the channel. Doing scripted shows, doing a lot of editing can be very time consuming, and I have big plans for other scripted edited shows, but I wanted to get something else up that had something to do with board games, so here we go. I have 3 topics that I'm just going to quickly talk about. Number 1, I'm going to talk about the Game of Thrones, the board game. If you haven't played this yet, it is a blast to play. I just got to play for the first time this past weekend, and I definitely recommend, if you're a new player playing Game of Thrones, the board game, to read all of the rules, and it's pretty hefty number of rules, before you play, especially if you're playing with seasoned people, because that way you're going to have a better understanding of how the game actually functions. They might explain it to you, but without having read the rules, it can be kind of complicated to understand a lot of the nuances. The Game of Thrones is a game of intrigue and strategy and making alliances and deciding when to break those alliances, much like the TV show and the books. I personally have never read the books, and I know, where's my geek cred on that? I'm an avid book reader, but I have not ever really gotten a chance to read those books. There's so many books that I read, and I tend towards female authors over male authors in general. Although there's exceptions to that, of course. There's some great male authors out there, but I had never gotten around to A Song of Fire and Ice. So with the TV show, I started watching that, and I went, oh my god, this show is great. Do I want to read the books? I decided no, because I don't want to spoil the TV show. I am so in love with the TV show that I fear that reading the books will completely take away that mystery and mystic that the TV show has. It's kind of amazing. So I decided not to read the books and to keep the TV show fresh and new for myself, and I can't wait for the new season. So playing the Game of Thrones, the board game, I picked House Baratheon. There's 6 houses. Some of them, if you've only watched the TV show, you're not going to be terribly familiar with. But nonetheless, you know, and with House Baratheon, it's kind of interesting that both the Baratheon brothers, are allies in the House Baratheon. So it's kind of like, well, you know, I'm not going to spoil the TV show, but bad things happen between the brothers. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. I played with a 6-player game, which I hear is kind of the only way to play this game is 6 players, and it was just super fun. I made a classic rookie mistake very early on. That was being in the lead in everything. I had all 3 of the special powers. There's these special powers you get through a bidding. You have to bid on them. I had all 3 special powers. I had the most power tokens, which is kind of the currency of the game. And I was leading in victory points, which is like having the most castles. Yeah, and I was highest on the supply track as well, and I had a lot of territory. I didn't mean to do all these things. It just turned out that a lot of my early plays led to that. And then one turn, everybody looked at me and said, she's too powerful. And without consulting each other, they all attacked me in one turn. So one turn, I went from being in the lead to like basically out of the game. Although I did have the Iron Throne all the way up until the 9th turn, and the 10th turn, somebody took the Iron Throne from me. But having the Iron Throne, well, not feeling like I can actually win the Iron Throne, not really like I can actually win the Game of Thrones, I felt a little bit like a kingmaker because I was able to break ties, and there's a lot of ties in the game, so you can give people an advantage or an edge. And I was, you know, like, and there were things I could do in the game that did give me a little bit of an edge. And even said, all of that, I didn't even come in last. I came in next to last, which coming in last is kind of my trademark, but still. I'm pretty happy with my first go-round. I have a better idea of how to play it next time. And at the end of the day, when all is said and done and we have finished the game, I feel like I played the Game of Thrones with all of the nastiness that goes along with it. And that is a really effective board game. So Game of Thrones, a board game, go play it. Get 5 people with you, though. 6 players. From what I hear, really the only way to go. Okay, topic number 2. Did I beat that one to death? Topic number 2 is I'm going to talk a little bit about the DC deck building game. DC Cryptozoic has released a DC deck building game, and I am not unfamiliar with deck builders. I've played quite a few of them. You know, I've played the Star Trek, both the TOS and the TNG ones. Played Dominion, who hasn't? You know, and I've played Couriers, which is like a dice version of the deck building. So I'm not unfamiliar with deck builders. And of course, I have a big, strong background in Magic the Gathering. I played it when I was much younger, and you know, played Pokemon with my kids, and I've played some of the LCGs as well. So I mean, I am not unfamiliar with deck builders. So that said, the DC deck builder is very simple, and it's a great introductory deck builder for people who maybe have not played a deck builder before. It is not complicated to explain and not complicated to understand. And that said, I wanted to qualify my experience with deck builders so you understand that I'm not saying this just from the perspective of somebody who hasn't played them before. This game is awesome. I love it. I love the simplicity of it. There's only one currency in the deck builder, and that's power. And you buy your cards with power, you know, and that's it. There's no all these complicated attack and defense. It's all power. And there's not a lot of attacking going on. I mean, there are attack things, but usually it's you attack them, they discard a card, or you attack them, you reveal a card, and if it is, then you gain a weakness, which is -1 victory points at the end. The end game on this one is when the last villain has been taken. There's one more go around, so that, you know, it goes back around to the, you know, so everybody has one more turn at least, and then sorry, live. There is I lost my train of thought. Okay, and then everybody counts up their victory points in their deck. So basically the winner is the person with the most victory points in their deck. So while you're trying to, you know, during the play of the game, do things that affect other people, do things that benefit you, trying to do as much as you can. At the end of the day, what really matters is how many victory points you gained in your deck. And so it's an interesting strategy of, okay, do I want to do something that hurts them this round, or do I want to do something that will give me more victory points because I can? Looking around, I don't think anybody else can do that, so maybe I'll save that turn, that sort of thing. It's really, really interesting and a lot of fun, and I am a great fan of the DC Deck Builder, and I would recommend it to anybody. And my topic number 3 is going to be a conference that's coming up called ChimeraCon here in San Antonio, Texas. It's going to be at the Marriott out on 151, you know, way out west side of town. It is April 5th through the 7th. We open the doors about 5 p.m. on Friday, and it's going to go all weekend, open till 2 a.m., 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. So, and then Saturday it's only open till 6 p.m., which, you know, or Sunday, I mean, it's only open until 6 p.m. Saturday is 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's 3 days of gaming. It's going to be a blast. ChimeraCon.com, ChimeraCon.com. And actually, I'll go ahead and do a little thingy so everybody can see ChimeraCon. Maybe. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Don't you love that? Anyway, so ChimeraCon.com. This is my first time using Hangouts on this channel, so I'm like getting a little confused by things here. There we go. ChimeraCon.com. There. So you can see right there, that's the address. Go check out the website. We've got some great special guests. We've got a lot of gaming planned. There's going to be some open gaming tables as well, so bring your games. Come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have some great panels, everything. So if you're in the San Antonio area or anywhere near here and you want to come, you know, if you have questions, go ahead and feel free to leave questions. Message me here on YouTube or leave them down below. You know, just have fun with it. And so if you want any information, just, you know, let me know. And ChimeraCon, yeah, that was a terrible topic. Oh my goodness. I'm really excited. I am volunteering at ChimeraCon. I am going to be the on-site volunteer coordinator, so if you're interested in volunteering, just let me know as well. Volunteers volunteer 8 hours a time, get free admission, and it's going to be a blast. So anyway, so that's the end of my show, and thank you everyone for watching, and please tell me what you guys are thinking of my different shows. I've done 3 different types of shows so far, and I'm very curious to hear what people have to say. I have a lot of things planned for this channel. It's just a matter of getting those things going. Once they get going, then it's easier to get them going. So just let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Killer Bets.